All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set 60 or. General West. Do. Jim. Let's go.
first carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 2. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Well, this is caught by Williams. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 27 Mike, 27. Don't let him breathe!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, it's Hubbard. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mack Wilson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Seven, our score after one.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. 50, like 50. I know he ain't got it. Let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go one more. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I can't believe it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now a carry for Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the safety creep. Rock it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round week. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go.
Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run. Chubb. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Come off the ball.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Man, I got you.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the out. Check 37. Check 37. Get it. Run to the ball. Run to the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Hey, jet step.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First down, Raiders.
On the set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, exit. 10-2 stop. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ready?
Back to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check. 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, lock it. Go.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now back to throw. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Ready? 60 or. Ready? Back. Slam. Check. Lucky. Be crippled.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Topper!
2nd and 6. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Kill.
And again, it's Chubb. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Pistol.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Facing short yardage on third down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And an alley to run. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
and he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. The point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Brought down by Nate Gehring.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Switch.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Regular.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
30 base. Hey, Haywood. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. No. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The throw right sideline here is complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch twist. Two draw quarter. Hey, two. Now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the Dawgpound as we say so long from Cleveland.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Live from the winning side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes.